Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My respected brothers and sisters in Islam. This is the part 4 of Islamic law perspective about cryptocurrency by Dr. Alaro. Try to watch this one as well to at night. And having done that, don't forget to subscribe by clicking subscribe button, comment, like, and also share to many other Muslims so that everybody be benefited. Assalamu alaikum.
The next one. Okay, we have just 2 slides more before we move to the Sharia talk. The key concept, I've talked about various aspects of cryptocurrency, but there are other concepts that I've not mentioned, and I would like to mention them quickly because we will need them when we come to talk about the Sharia issues. 1, blockchain technology. What is blockchain? Cryptocurrency relies 100% on a particular technology, and that technology is known as blockchain technology. It means a digital ledger. It's just a record of transactions like a ledger, but it's a digital one. That's first. Secondly, it is distributed. It is duplicated to all members of the network. No matter how big the number is, you will have the same copy of that ledger with you. And that is what makes cryptocurrency, it's difficult, very, very difficult, if not impossible, for any record of transaction on cryptocurrency to be changed, to be reversed, or even to be hacked. It's not easy. Some people are saying they may hack, it's not easy to hack record on blockchain technology the way it is structured. In fact, some of the engineers said in only one case, it may be possible for it to be hacked. If more than 50% of the participants connived to defraud the entire world, more than 50% of them, and that even is not even conceivable, is unimaginable, because this is a decentralized, totally decentralized. You may not even know where you are, where others are. So that is why it is not true to say that, oh, people may tomorrow steal all your money, all the money on cryptocurrency. But we are still coming to that when we talk of the Sharia issues. Another concept that we have not spoken of, peer-to-peer. That is also very important. It means this is what set cryptocurrency apart from other forms of money or currencies. When you want to transfer money, fiat money, for example, you want to transfer Naira to the United States of America, you need an intermediary. You need a banking authority, a bank to intermediate between the two of you. In cryptocurrency, you don't need any intermediary. It's peer-to-peer. They deal with each other directly without any central authority, not even a central server on the internet. Every client in that network can be a server on its own, no intermediary whatsoever. Concept number 3, mining. You know, when we hear about mining, our mind should go to mineral resources. But when we talk about mining in cryptocurrency world, is another word for minting or printing. Fiat money is either printed or minted. Either way, you put it the way you like. That's why in Nigeria we have security and minting company to print and mint currencies for us. I told you there is no physical existence for cryptocurrency. There is nothing to be minted. There's nothing to be printed. But how do we have more and more cryptocurrencies? Is through a process, a computer process known as mining to them. And what mining means, simply put, is that they will, for every transaction to be confirmed, for every transaction to be validated on the network, on the protocol, blockchain technology, people will have to solve very complex mathematical equations or algorithms. And the first person that will succeed in solving that equation to actually say this is a genuine transaction will be rewarded with a new Bitcoin. Is that one understood?
It's not. It's
okay. Let me come again. I said mining is another word for minting or printing that we are used to in fiat money. When you have, like in Nigeria, print security and printing, if you want to print Naira, you go to security and printing and minting company. But if you have 1,000 Bitcoin today, how can we produce 1,001, the other one that will increase in the number of Bitcoin? How do we come about it? This is the process known as mining. And how does it happen? When we have a new transaction in the blockchain technology, there is a need for all of us, they call it consensus mechanism, all of us on that network, we must have the same ledger. That is why it is called distributed and duplicated digital ledger. Now, I will be working towards confirming it, validating it, authenticating it. You will be working. All of us in the entire world, in that network, if you are in that network, then whoever solves that equation first, because authenticating and validating transactions in the blockchain technology simply means you must be able to solve very complex mathematical equations. So if you are the first to be able to solve that equation, to bring a solution to that complex problem mathematically, then you have a reward. And that reward is that a new Bitcoin will be created. A new Bitcoin will be created. That is the meaning of mining. And it will be a reward for whoever was the first to solve that complex mathematical equation. I think it's clear now.
Yes, yes. We will ask questions later.
No problem. Still on mining, we have two other concepts that are closely related. You will hear of proof of work or proof of stake. We shall talk about that one from the Sharia angle. But what is the concept? Proof of work is what I've just described to you now, that all of us will work, but who can prove that it is my work that produced the desired result will earn the reward. And the reward is a new Bitcoin to be created, which will belong to that man or woman. Now, this was what Satoshi Nakamoto used in bringing out new currencies. This is how he planned it, that for any new currency to be created, you must all participate in solving complex mathematical equation, and whoever solves this first will be rewarded with a new Bitcoin. A new coin is created. But they discovered that this proof of work mechanism is actually good, but it has its own deficiencies too. One of its deficiencies is that it's relatively slow. It's relatively slow. The time that it takes for those on the network to have a solution to the mathematical problem, it takes a lot of time. That is one. It consumes a very high amount of electricity. That's it. Proof of work, one of its major challenges is in the amount of electricity that it consumes. You know, it is not ordinary computer that can solve these equations. Let me say that clearly. It must be very powerful and specially made computers that can do that today. And they consume very high amount of electricity. In fact, let me put it in a figure. In a study that I read, it was estimated that for a single proof of work transaction to be successful in mining process in cryptocurrency, the amount of electricity that will be needed, that will be consumed, is enough to power more than 31 households for a full day, 24 hours. Where? In the United States of America. What will be sufficient to power a household, not just one, more than 31 households in US for that matter, where they have 24 hours electricity? It means when we come to other countries like in Africa, it may power hundreds of houses. So all these electricity will be used in just one single transaction if we are to continue to use proof of work as a process of mining. And that is what led into another invention known as proof of stake. In proof of stake, you consume less electricity. It is also faster than proof of work, But the problem here, and that is what brings the Sharia issue in relation to this one, is that proof of stake, you must take money. You must have a stake. And it depends on the amount of money that you stake. The higher the amount of money that you stake, the bigger your chances of being the one that is going to be rewarded for mining a new Bitcoin or a new cryptocurrency. So that is just about that one. I've explained all this one. Their consensus mechanism, proof of stake is faster and consumes less electricity. That is the beauty of proof of stake as against the initial proof of work that was introduced and invented by Satoshi Nakamoto. The last one, the last concept that I must also speak about before we move proper to the Sharia issues is the issue of double spending. The issue of double spending. For many years, double spending was a nagging problem in digital currency generally, digital or virtual currencies. A major problem with it originally is what we call double spending. You know, when you are dealing with fiat money, you have your 1,000 Naira note or your $100 US dollar note. The moment you spend it, you know, it moves from you to maybe the buyer or the seller, sorry. When you buy something using your note, 100 US dollar note, you will have to transfer that note to another man. And for that reason, it becomes impossible for you to spend the same note again. You cannot spend it twice. Are you with me?
Yes, we are with you, sir. So we cannot.
So it's not possible in fiat money to have double spending, but that is very, very possible in digital space, in virtual currencies. If you are fraudulent, you can devise a way of spending one single coin several times. One single coin you spend, because it's all digital. It's all, you know what's called digital is all in numbers, all in figures. There's nothing concrete that you can hold, that you can transfer. So it was a nagging problem, like I said, until when, again, Satoshi Nakamoto, I want to be sure I'm not mispronouncing the name, Satoshi Nakamoto, yes. Satoshi Nakamoto was the man or the group of men that brought for us the solution to double spending. With blockchain technology introduced by Nakamoto, it becomes impossible for anyone to spend a single coin more than once. Because blockchain technology, like I told you, is a digital ledger, is distributed, is duplicated, is decentralized. Everybody will have access to it to know that you have spent this and you can never respend it again. So this is part of the beauties, part of the great inventions introduced by Nakamoto. He solved a very serious problem in the digital currency world, and that is the problem of double spending. On this note, we will move to the Sharia issues. The next slide.
Thanks for watching the video to an end. Kindly subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and ring the bell. Like, comment, and share to all Muslims in the world. Also, don't forget to continue with the last part 5, by clicking the link below.